What's up, very beautiful people? Welcome back to Shape Spice. This is Parinita. Today we are going to create this exact look that I'm wearing right now. So without any further ado, let's get into this video. The first thing I'm going to do is take a towel and put it on like a bib, so that because it is a cream color shirt, I do not want any spillage on my shirt or anything falling on my shirt. So the first product I'm going to use is my own DIY highlighter. The link will be here up above, and you can go and check out how I made this. If you do not want to use a highlighter, you can always use some coconut oil or olive oil, just a drop or two of it to mix in your foundation to get that glowy dewy look. I'm going to take a drop of it. This is as much as I've taken. I'm going to use Lakme 925 Mousse foundation. This is the most basic weightless foundation and I really like it. I like that it doesn't make my face heavy, and it also glides onto the skin. I've taken some foundation here and I also have my highlighter. I'm going to mix both of them. If you're sitting and doing, please cover your whole attire. A little bit of foundation spilled on my jeans. I've mixed the foundation with the highlight. I'm going to start applying it now. When I'm getting ready for office, I usually don't have much time, so I don't want to use too many products, too many tools to get ready. This is where my towel protects me. I also like to apply the foundation onto my dark circles, some pigmentation here around the mouth. I'm going to use my hand. Like I said, I don't use too many tools when I'm just getting ready for office. So let me start. I'm going to start blending everything into the skin. Apply a little bit of foundation to the ears as well. They should look the same color as your face and not a different color. So I like to take it from my face a bit. Do the same thing for the neck. So you can keep on smoothing it till the time you feel that it is absolutely correct for you. So it is now that I feel that it is absolutely correct for me, and I'm going to start using the concealer now. So this is the concealer that I'm using, Chambor Orosa. It is a slightly orangish, but I think it does the work well to cover my dark circles. If you do not have an orange tinted concealer, you can use an orange lipstick, or even a red lipstick will do to actually just cancel out the darkness around the eyes or around the mouth, any such areas where you have darkness. Less is more. Remember, this is an everyday look. Start dabbing it with one of your fingers. Again, we don't want to go overboard. This is just an everyday look. Even if a little bit of darkness is visible, I think we should be alright with it. We are not trying to create a completely flawless skin. We are trying to create a comparatively flawless skin as compared to what is your natural skin. So it shouldn't take much time. This concealer tends to crease as you open your eye, and thus I move on to the eyeshadow first. So here I'm using this Colorbar palette. It's a smoky eye palette, but I really love these golden colors and the brown from here, and I think these work well for the everyday nude look if that is something that you want. You can also work with pinks and mauves if that is the look that you're going for. Again, like I said, I don't work with too many tools. So this is the one blending brush that I use. It is from Body Shop, and it is really old. It's really fluffy. If you can see, it's really fluffy. It really helps me give, you know, a nice definition to the eyes. And this palette comes with a mirror, which really helps. So I usually look in the mirror and just go over with my eyes. So I'm beginning with the lightest shade here. I'm going to use this as my transition shade. Always tap away the excess product so that you're not working with too much. I use a patting motion so that all the creases, if any, are formed to just be evened out, and apply this transition color all over your eyelid and your crease as well. Now that I've applied my transition color, I'm going to go in with a brown color. This is the dark brown color that I'm using from this palette. I'm going to be listing the products underneath in the description box so you can go through them. Again, tapping the excess color, going over the corners and just blending it out. Move this color into your crease. Very gentle light hand. The lighter you are, the lighter the application is. And I think you can build up the color slowly rather than just putting all the color in one go and having some patches on your eyes. So if you need, take more and then build up. And I like to bring it in towards the eye. Drag it out slightly. Also, I like going simultaneously over my eyes. I'm not changing the brush, if you can see. I just wipe off the excess product, if any, over my hand. If you can see, I'm holding the brush from really far away. This gives me a lighter application rather than actually holding it from here and going like so. Hold the brush from really far away at the far end and then go very lightly into your eyes. It gives lesser pressure on the brush and you can actually control the brush much better. Blending is the key. I also want to add on a little bit of dark grayish color, this one, to my eye, the steel grey. I'm going to take a little bit of product, tap off the axis and add it just on the edge. Just here, just tapping here so that the product is just placed here and then diffusing it into the eye. Other eye. And I'm also going to use a flat brush. This is my flat brush. I'm using this gold color now over the eyes for the extra shimmer. I'm just placing it over the eye. Just here, on the center of your eyelid. Very light hand. I just need to place underneath the brow bone and on the inner corners of the eyes. So I'm again wiping off the same brush on my hand. I'm going to use this color, the white one. And a tad bit on the inner corners of the eyes. This is done just to make your eyes look brighter slightly. We'll move on to a highlighter. This is the Colorbar Radiant Glow highlighter that I usually like to use. It's a pen-based creamy highlighter and thus it gives a more of a glowy effect. Now, one thing I've realized is if I work with powders, it still makes my skin look more powdery, and if I work with this, it makes my skin look more glowy and more radiant. So taking out the product a bit, placing it here. Very light. Again, we do not want a very made up look on the bridge of the nose. in between your eyebrows, slightly moving towards the forehead, and the top of the lips, your cupid's bow. Now start blending with your fingers. The warmth of the fingers really helps to blend the product into your skin. See that it is completely blended. You can't keep it for a longer time as it tends to dry, so blending has to really start immediately. If I were not holding this mirror, I would actually be using both my hands. You can see the product has started to dry. Makeup is all about improvising. So if something didn't work your way, either you can wipe off or start over, or you can just go over it again probably. That also helps sometimes. And don't bother too much about perfection. That happens eventually. I'm going to go with my favorite, one of my favorite things. Rouge. So this is a Colorbar rouge. This palette had broken, I had fixed it. The shade is Coral Craving. And I'm going to use my Body Sharp brush. This is my huge fluffy brush which I use as a powder brush and a blush brush. And it's really nice. It's been with me for years now and I really love it. Although I'm not sure if they still are selling this in Body Shop. Tapping of the excess product is really essential. On the apples of the cheek, really old fashioned like that. I really like that tinge of red glowing cheeks. You can see my hair is really disturbing me. Blend ever so slightly, and that's it. If you want to go over the forehead slightly. The next product I'm going to use is another favorite of mine, which is a lipstick. So this one is Maybelline Lip Gradation, if you can see, and the shade is Fuchsia 1. I know my eyes are brown and my lips are going to be pink, but the color can vary between your eyes and your lips. What should remain same is your color of the cheeks and your lips. So if you're wearing a pink here, wear a pink here. If you're wearing a brown or coppers here, wear those colors here. So eyes and lips can definitely vary, and I love this lipstick, how it glides on. Voila, my lips are ready. That's that. I'm yet left with defining my eyebrows, which I should have done earlier, and as the stuff is, I completely forgot about it. I'm using this tiny brush, but it works well for me. And the thing is, always start from this portion. This is the thickest portion of your eyebrows, and if you apply a little more color to it while drawing the eyebrows, it's completely fine. Do not start application from here, rather start it from here. Alright, so I'm taking this dark brown shade, which is a powder shade, and just starting to go over, filling in my eyebrows. Whatever product is remaining, I just draw upward strokes in the beginning of the brows, ever so slightly, not too much pressure. Again, I'm not holding it from here, I'm holding it from the far end. And once this is settled and I'm happy with the way my brows look, I'm not really shaping them or drawing them, I'm just filling them in. I go in with this spoolie and take the cream light brown color and just go over my brows so that they remain in place, and if there's any extra fillers which are left out, they will also fill in. And that's it, I'm done with my brows. Now the next thing is kajal. I cannot survive without a kajal. So the kajal I'm using here is a Plum Angel Eyes Kohl Kajal, and it's barely sharpened. And I'm going to go here and apply it. And here we apply it. Since I'm wearing a blue jean, I want to also give it a little blue tinge on the inside. Again, very carefully opening your eyes slightly, moving on the inside. The pencil really needs to be sharpened. And there you go. So you have the blue on the inside and black on the outside. You can create your own combination. I like this combination. And we haven't powdered our face yet. Yeah. So now I'm going to go and powder. I'm going to use Lakme 925 Flawless Matte Complexion Compact. Yeah, and this is in the shade Almond Matte. This is what suits my skin. This is broken, like literally. I can show you like this. It's broken. Okay, so I have to be really careful. And again, if there's any excess rouge on this brush, it goes on my hand. And this brush, I'm going to use the same brush and tap off any excess product and go all over my face. When I say all over, literally all over my face. So that everything looks blended and seamless. Oh my god, my towel has fallen. Right? So you want a glow, you don't want the skin to just shine out. Another thing I like to do is tap the powder on my lips, maybe very lightly, just to set in the lipstick. This setting in the lipstick helps it remain for a longer duration, as you tend to stay in office for longer time. You can always carry the lipstick for a touch-up. That's always the possibility. However, I feel like adding a little bit of shine to it since it looks too matte. So I'm using this Colorbar Sheer Glass Lip Gloss. And taking it very little. Placing on the center of my lips. Just for the shine. That's all. One very little trick that I like to do and I want you to know is that I outline my lips. So I outline my lips with the concealer. So I'm using the same concealer that I used, and I'm using this tiny concealer brush, right? You can use it as a lip brush, you can use it as a concealer brush. Take a little bit of the product and just go over the outline. It helps the lipstick not to bleed out. It's always started to bleed out. It also helps to cover any discoloration around your mouth if anything is still visible. And then I like to dab it ever so slightly, just to ensure that this is all seamless. We are left with our mascara. So you can either just curl up your eyes. I'm using this eyelash curler again. This is not from any brand. I picked it from a local store ages back, and I have been using it ever since. It works perfectly fine. If you're scared of this, you can skip it, but I'm not. So I'm going to go in, hold it here. Now you can either leave it like so, but I like to apply a tad bit of mascara over it. The mascara I'm using is Maybelline Falsies Push Up Drama. Always wipe off the excess from the strand of the mascara, as it tends to clump the eyes. And go ahead and apply it. This is the completed look. Do let me know in comments if you like it. If you do like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Love.